Hello everyone, I hope everybody is doing well. This is Wolf, and lately I've been following the Bluebox conspiracy. I think everybody here knows what it is, but if it doesn't know, there's no problem. I'm gonna do a short explanation of what it is. Try my best, at least. So, the Bluebox conspiracy is quote-unquote conspiracy that people think that Kojima is actually working behind the scenes on a new Silent Hills project, or at least continuing the one that he actually did with PT. It's just a conspiracy at this point. I actually want to believe that it is Silent Hill 2, but I don't know if it is. So yeah, things are pretty strange. There's a lot of coincidence and everything else. But thinking about that and following this conspiracy lady, I actually thought with myself, why not install Silent Hill on Silent Hill 2, actually the best one, in my opinion, on Linux, and show to everybody how to do it. So maybe it can even be a playthrough of this game that I'll be doing on the channel. It's actually something that I'm thinking of. So with no further ado, let's take a look on how we can do this. Actually, first off, let me show you guys something pretty cool, actually. I'm gonna be actually sharing my screen here to show you how you can, where you can find this game, where you can download it. There's a pretty cool website where you can find these types of games. So I'm gonna change the screen here. Okay, so this website over here is called MyAbandonware, and it's a website where you can download old games that are not supported by the developers anymore. So if there is an old game that you know that is not supported by the developer, and there is no way that you can download that version anymore, maybe in some platform, you can come here and take a look at that game. So the game that we want to check out is actually Silent Hill. So let's search for it, Silent Hill 2, the game that I'm looking at. And here we can find that actually found something. And there is the Silent Hill 2 Restless Dreams. This is actually the director's cut of the game, the director's edition, one might say. And you can actually install this on Linux with the enhanced version that I'm gonna show you guys here on the video as well. So just come here and click on the download button. It's gonna take us to this place where we can download two versions of the game. We can download the full extracted version with recommended with the enhanced edition upgrade if you want to apply it, or you can download the ISO version. And the version that we are going to use today is the ISO one. So you click here and you're gonna pick up a zip folder with the ISOs inside. If you are on Windows, you can just download this and mount simply with the right mouse button, if I'm not wrong, on the ISO, and you can just follow the installation process pretty easy. On Linux, you need to do a little bit different because we're gonna use Lutris to do this, and I think this will be pretty cool because we're going to automatically apply the enhanced version, and I'm gonna be checking out doing a showcase here at the end of the video. Now let's go and take a look at Lutris and see how we can do this. Okay, so now that we are here, I'm gonna explain to you guys how you can do this installation. And as I said, we're gonna be taking a look at on how to mount this game, the ISO, because that's the version that we're gonna take a look today. So I have here on my right side Lutris, a very cool tool that you can install on Linux to manage some of your games that are actually not on Steam, maybe on Origin. On my case, if I have here with Alice Madness, a game that I want to play as well on stream. So let's see how we can actually install Silent Hill 2. So after you download the package from the website, doing the ISO version of it, you're gonna get this folder right here. And with this folder right here, we just extract it and we're gonna get this folder right here. There's going to be a Mac OS version, Mac OS X, and just delete that. There's no need to look at that. So let's just focus on this one that the folder is gonna come with. double click it, and there's going to be 3 ISOs here. So how you can install this? Okay, so let's go back to the folder before it, and I'm gonna pass through the process of the installation. Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition on Linux. Now, a little tip here on Lutris on how you can do a search on the Lutris page through the tool itself. And it's something that I got actually used to. Sometimes when you search for a game inside here and you are on the source Lutris right here, and it's gonna show a bunch of games, and sometimes it's gonna take some time to load. So just come with the game in mind. I'm here on my runners. I filtered to just show the wine versions, just the wine games that I have here. I'm gonna come here on the search games. I'm gonna search for Silent Hill 2. I don't have that game, as you can see, but now that if we click on sources and Lutris, you're gonna do the search just for the name that we applied up there. So it's a little tricky, it's a little easier, so we don't get a lot of games and need to wait for it to filter it for the name that we want. You can actually just do this, and it will help you a little bit. Okay, so after that, what you need to do is actually click here on Silent Hill 2 Director's Cut. This is the version that we downloaded, and click on install right here. Doing this, it's gonna show you, let me just size this a little bit. Okay, it's gonna show you there are two things that you can install. The first one that we have here, it's the Director's Cut with the Silent Hill 2 Enhanced mod. That's what we want to install it. And we have right here, down here, the remastered pack for the FMV, for the audio and video stuff. And if you want to apply that, you actually, as it's saying here on the description, you need to have the Director's Cut with the enhanced version already applied. So this is not what we're going to look at. We're going to look at the first one right here. So we're going to click on install. You're going to tell us, where do you want to install this? Where is the directory? I have here on my right side, Dolphin. It's open, so I'm going to take this directory over here that's saying the folder is empty. I'm going to click here. I'm going to copy this name, put it here, and I'm going to put Silent Hill 2. Okay, just I'm going to put everything together. You can do spaces and everything else. But this will actually help us a little bit later on. Actually, I think I will use the spaces just to show what we'll do in this case. I'm gonna click on install, and now it's gonna show me every single item and every single mutable archive or whatever that is going to install with this installation. So just for us to take a look, you can download it separately if you want to, or you can just click on download and everything will be downloaded automatically. I think that's the best one. So let's just click on download and let's wait for it to finish. And as soon as this is done, I'll be coming back here with you guys. Okay, so now that everything is installed, this is the next screen that's going to appear for you. And now where we're gonna do the Linux stuff, as I said, it's asking us for us to mount a CD. And if we go into the ISO itself, we can't actually mount it unless we have unless we use the terminal for it, or if you want to use an application that is called CDMU, you can actually install that on Linux. It can help you mount ISOs. So if you want to take a look at that as well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty fine. And then actually I'm going to link the Arch Wiki talking about the CDMU right here on this video, so it actually can help everybody else. Okay, so what we need to do now that it's asking for the CD. Let's go here, put this aside. Let's open our terminal here. Let me just resize it so it will be easier for me to type everything. And now we need to apply the mount command. But to use the mount command, there's something that you need to do before that. Actually, this is something that actually helps me out. I think that's actually a pretty good idea to do. what you need to do this here is gonna do sudo. So we're gonna apply the super user command, and we're gonna come on and do the make dir, mkdir, or make directory if you prefer. Gonna create a folder inside the root file system here with the slash, and you're gonna apply mnt for the mount partition that we want to build, and we're gonna put another slash, and then we're gonna create a folder called ISO, because every ISO that I try to mount and use, I put it here. It's a good place for you to organize things, so a little bit better. But again, this is just a tip. You don't need to actually do the ISO thing. You can put another name if you want to. From as far as I know, it will work fine, because we're gonna say where we want to mount it. So I don't think there is no need to put it in. There's no problem in using another name. Okay. So we need to do this. I already have this folder, so I'm not gonna do this command, but do this, and you need to create this folder. We ask for our password and everything else. So now that you do this, we need to actually mount this ISO. So how can you do this? So first off, we did actually create that folder inside the root directory, so we need to be super user again. So let's sudo, and let's apply the command mount. After you do mount, you're gonna put -o, and then after that we're going to loop it. So it keep the CD, going to keep the ISO open there. And after this, we need to put the path of the ISO. So this will come a tricky thing that sometimes we don't notice. So I'm gonna open here the Silent Hill ISO. Let me put this right here. Now we have the CD over here, right? I'm gonna click on the right button and go for copy location. After I copy this location, look what's going to happen. I'm gonna put it right over here. For you to copy something and put it inside the terminal, Ctrl-Shift-V. So it's going to apply it. This is the path for the ISO. After we put the path for the ISO, we're going to space, and then we're gonna tell it where to actually mount this ISO. So it's slash and mnt and /ISO, the folder that we created. But if I press enter right here, it's not going to work, and I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna press enter. I'm gonna say that it got interrupted and knows such file or directed exist. So what is going on right now? As you can see here on the path that I put, there are some spaces on the folders that I'm using here in games and installers, Silent Hill 2, and even on Silent Hill 2 ISO. There are spaces here. You need to take them out. But how can we do this inside the terminal to actually fix it? I'm going to go back to the last command. I'm going to press up here on the keyboard, and I'm going to apply the backslash for certain places. So first off, let's go for the games one. So here we have games, the word games, and there is a space. So I'm going to apply a backslash. And because this is a special character, this E that we have here, I'm going to apply here and here because there is a space. We need to do this especially for this E character, because it's a special one that actually used to hold things on the background if you want to. So we need to actually do this so we actually understand that it's a character and not just the special character that is supposed to be. So let's go for the other ones. So silent, we have in space here, backslash, sorry, and hill, backslash, silent, again, backslash, and hill, backslash, and here we have the number 2. After we do this, we're gonna press enter, and we're gonna ask for our password. It said that it stopped it because we did this command before, as you can see here. So it's here number 154335. It applied because of the special E character. Okay, so when we actually adjust with the backslashes that I used, we're gonna ask for our password. So we're gonna put it here. After I do this, I actually mounted the CD, the ISO. I don't know why I'm saying CD all the time. So let's take a look here now on my Dolphin. And on Dolphin, you can actually see that we have Silent Hill 2 CD1 actually mounted on my system. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to mount all the other CDs so everything will be easier for me. So I'm gonna click up again. Just going to change the number of the CD here to number 1, from number 1 to number 2. Mount it again. Number 2 is mounted, and let's mount number 3. Now that we mount everything, and you guys can see right here that we have all the 3 ISOs mounted, we can actually go on and keep on with the installation on Lutris. So what it's going to do is, what we need to do right now, that we actually need to browse and search for the place that we mounted the CDs. It's on the /mnt/ISO place. So I'm going to do that, and after that we're going to follow with the installation. Back soon. Actually, just to summarize everything, I got a little bit ahead of myself, and I'm gonna retract here a little bit so I can help with this next part. So what we need to do right now is actually, you don't want to mount all of the 3 CDs at the same time. You actually want to separate it. So let's actually mount a CD1 and then we mount the other ones. I'm sorry for that. So I'm gonna do this right here, and I'm gonna show you how to unmount the CD. So let's go. Let's do sudo umount. It's not unmount, it's umount, the command, and then we choose the place that we want to unmount it. So it's /mnt/ISO. Doing this is going to unmount the last one that we applied. Let's do it one more time. So let's now we just have the CD1 actually mounted. Now we can do the process, and after every CD that you do, you're gonna do the next one. So you do CD1, click on browse, choose the place /mnt/ISO, and then it's gonna ask you for the second CD, mount the second CD, and keep on doing that. And just leave all the CDs mounted until you actually do the complete installation, so you don't have any type of problems. Let's go. I'm gonna do this real quick, and then I'll be coming back. Okay, now that we mounted all the CDs, we just have to wait for the installation. There's a little pop-up that's going to appear. We just click OK, and it's what it's saying actually here on the screen. Installing Silent Hill 2 Director's Cut. Please just click OK when a dialog box will ask for this command. So just do that and wait for the installation. We're gonna do this, and after that we're going to actually test the game to see if it is working. I'll be seeing you guys soon enough. Okay, now that the game is actually installed, we can actually test the game. So first off, if you want to check one of these options, it's fine. I don't care for this, so I'm not gonna click on any of them. I'm just gonna click on close. I don't actually gonna click on launch because there are some things that I want to show here on Lutris as well. I'm gonna close it. And now that the game is installed, let's check here on the wine thing. Silent Hill is already here. Let me take the Silent Hill search off so you can see that it's here on my library. And now that we are here, we can actually change something. So if we click, right click, Silent Hill 2, we can actually go to configuration and check to see that if everything is installed correctly on the places that we asked for. The idea is that actually will install correctly, but you can actually take a look again. So yeah, that's an option too. So we have here the name. I'm gonna actually take this name out. I just want the Director's Cut one. I'm gonna click on save here. So now this is the name, as you can see here, Silent Hill 2 Director's Cut. Let's go back to configure. Now we have game options, and to see where the game was installed, we have here the path, and it's going through all the wine process here, drive C, program files, and whatever. And it's creating actually a wine prefix, so it's bottled already. So that's actually pretty cool. We have the runner option to see what kind of Lutris is running, and it's going to the window. It's creating a virtual desktop so we can actually play the game. And we have the other options here on system options as well inside Lutris. So now that we actually checked to see if everything was okay, let's go on inside here on Silent Hill 2 and test the game out. So now let's showcase the game to see if everything is working. Let me just close the terminal here, not gonna need that anymore. Click here, Silent Hill, and let's click on play and see this game. Okay, so it's opening up. Okay, now we are here inside Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition. I'm just going to showcase just the very beginning of the game, just to show you that the game actually is working. I'm gonna click on New Game here. You can actually use the mouse, you can use the arrow keys, whatever is gonna work fine. Let's take a look actually at options first. So we can actually choose something if you want to, advanced options, you can choose resolution and everything else. Right button on the mouse, you go back, the game options, you can choose here to whatever. Let's go back again and let's go to new game. Here on the director's cut, we have the main scenario where we're going to play with James, and the sub scenario that I'm not going to talk about because this is spoilers, but I already tested. The sub scenario actually works perfectly. So we're just going to take a look at the main scenario, Letter from Silent Heaven. So let's click here. I'm gonna ask her for the difficulty level. We can just go with normal, it's fine, and redo level normal is fine as well. Doesn't need to change it. We are just testing after all. Let's go.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
Okay, now that we are inside the game, I can actually play it. So this is a very old game. With the enhanced version, you can actually use the controller, if I'm not wrong, but I'm with just the keyboard and mouse here. Sorry for making wait, James. I'm gonna move you, and I can use the arrow keys to control the character. Okay. So just gonna take a look around. Let's go outside.
In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said, Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then, why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? was our special place. Does she mean the park on the lake? We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water. Could Mary really be there? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
Okay, so let's control our character again. Let's control James. See that everything is working fine. Go here. Okay, this is the road I came in on. There's no point in going back. Okay, so the controllers are a little bit strange. Probably when I be streaming it, I will be using the controller. I need to test that. So I'm running here just to show that everything is working. Okay, so I actually don't know if you can even play this game until the end. I don't know that, but we can try, right? I'm gonna do a playthrough of this. Still need to do some games, man. Okay, not gonna talk about that, as I said on my channel update, but this is a game that I actually want to play. That's why I'm actually doing this installation. So let's press ask here on the keyboard, and there are some options. I think the save game here, it's because of the Enhanced. I don't remember because I played the PS2 version of this game a long time ago. I don't really remember almost anything of it, just the character's name. But we can actually save the game here. There's a face of James there. And let's quit. And we are back here to the opening screen of the game, Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition. So it's a pretty neat way for you to play Silent Hill 2 on Linux. It's pretty nice that is working actually pretty damn well, and Lutris, it actually helps out a lot on that regard. And I'm gonna leave as well on the description of this video the link for the CDEMU wiki on Arch, on the Arch wiki, I'm sorry. So we can actually take a look at that and see how you can do the installation of it. So if you want to do graphical mount of the ISO, I actually prefer this way. So and it's pretty cool that we can actually do this kind of stuff. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I did on this video this way. But if you guys want to see another type of mount using the
James, honey.
let's just not solve that. So we're gonna take some audios in the background. If you guys want to take a look at maybe another way that you can mount CDs, we can do a video on CDEMU as well. That's no problem. And if you guys want to check out other games that you can install it on Linux, I can do it as well. I actually have one planning too. That is the Deadly Premonition that I'll be doing probably on next week. I'm gonna be putting here on the channel how can you install that on Linux the way that I did, so you can actually play it. So yeah, there's that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and leave a like if you like the video, leave a dislike if you dislike it, and don't forget to subscribe to see another some more Linux stuff and maybe see some gameplays of these games on Linux. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Bye bye.